Hey, welcome back to a new Gunpla review. In this episode, we're going to cover, and I'm probably going to butcher this name, the G-Xiphos. If you know how to pronounce it, tell me down below, because I have no idea how to pronounce that name correctly. But that's just me. This is from Gundam Age, and it's one of the really awesome grunt suits from that show. It's right up there with one of my favorite grunt suits of all time now, the G-Bouncer, which I've noticed has a lot of similarities, so we'll talk about that in the main review. I picked up this bad boy at Galactic Toy, so hit them up if you want one of your own, or any of the few Gunpla I have reviewed that weren't part of, that I haven't explained, that were from a different store, but I'm rambling. So this, I believe, came from the later part of Gundam Age, during the, I think, the Age 3, or the FX timeline, part of the timeline. I could be wrong, but seeing that the earlier version of the grunt suits look totally different, and this is simply based off the Dark Hound, so it must be after the second part of Age. But let's get into the review before I ramble on about this. So what you have here is the G-Xiphos with everything that comes in the box. You know, it doesn't come with a shield, which is always weird to me. Its arm is both a hook and a beam rifle, which is awesome. It comes with 3 separate hands, a regular punching hand, a gun holding hand with no backing. They couldn't make another piece of plastic for the back of that hand, and it will bother me to the end of the days. That is just laziness. And another holding hand for the, obviously, hook hand. So I'm just not going to mess around. I'm going straight to the comparison between this, because if you look at the runners that came with the kit, it actually comes with spare pieces from the G-Bouncer. The front skirting, the back skirting, the shoulders, some of the side skirts, and the back of the head and the sides. So clearly this is made off of old pieces from this. One painted black, which makes it about 10 points cooler. And instead of having a really cool hook sword beam thing going on, it has a hook hand. So yeah, I will still say the head on the G-Bouncer is cooler, but the all-in-all design of the Xiphos or whatever is a lot cooler. Mostly because it's already painted black. And I don't believe that the G-Bouncer has this effect. Just let's check out the knees real quick. No, it does. So yeah, this is basically a repainted version of the G-Bouncer. Same backpack, same head without this slight changes to the sides of the head and the back crest, basically. Kind of like a fish. So that is, so you basically, if you had the instructions for your G-Bouncer, and if you want to make a black one, I think there's enough pieces to do so. So, hey, there's your little custom build kit tip there. You could probably make a black version of this dude with these parts. So say goodbye to our buddy G-Bouncer. And then we can talk about his emo cousin right here. So, yeah. Let's pop off this hand, because it's actually removable. Pop this off. And throw on the punching hand. There we go. So, yeah. So, in articulation-wise, it's the same as a G-Bouncer. Movable back, which is always good. So you get a lot more movability and pulsability out of it, since you have movable parts for the skirts. So that's always great. This is as high as the arm goes. Not great, not bad. The head goes, the problem is I guess you can say the collar gets in the way, because if it's long as Sin Chin, so that's going to get in the way. So that's not entirely great. And another thing, again, this hand has no backing. You literally have to take the back off of this piece to, if you want to hold the sword at an angle, which is, I don't know, this angle. They give you a spare hand to do that with no backing. That frustrates me. Like loose joints. Yeah. That you can look past, but literally not having enough plastic to give a back of a hand. I don't get it. Before I go on a tirade about how they're being cheap, let's just keep going. The backpack doesn't have a lot of articulation because, you know, it's a backpack and it can't go all the way around because it's going to get blocked by the shoulders. But it goes up, down, and if it wasn't attached, it can go 360. You don't got much, you get a decent ab movement, which is surprising. Let's get a better view of that and see. Not bad. I've seen better, and the one Gundam I just built is far worse, which is very disappointing. The vents, of course, can close. So, you're going to open thrusters, close thrusters. I prefer to have them open because it looks cooler. But that's just me. The hands are a ball joint, so they go 360. That's as high the hand bends, so you're going to get like a 90-degree bend out of it. Not great. Actually, a little bit more. Now that I just see it, yeah, you can go a little bit higher. That's like that. You can go a little bit higher, not by much. So you're not going to get a lot of good arm poses, well, bending arm poses out of it. So that's not entirely great. But aside from that, the sticker sheet wasn't that bad. I did find it funny that, again, much like with the Silver Bullet, oh, minor TDDR, I want to apologize. The next stage of the Silver Bullet was not the Requiem, it's the Suppressor. I apologize if people are looking for that. Where's the Silver Bullet Requiem? It does not exist. I just made that name up, apparently. It's the Suppressor, just to get that out there. Back to now. And I just lost my train of thought. Oh, so I'm going to wrap this up before I lose any more of my train of thought with this episode. So, the G-Xiphos is a great grunt suit. It's right behind the G-Bouncer when it comes to my favorite grunt suits. And thanks to finding out that you can quite literally probably make your own dark version of it, it makes it a little bit cooler in my opinion. But it does have flaws, you know, the articulation could be better. The fact that you sometimes have to put stickers on a slightly lighter color of a darker color on a lighter piece, which just seems silly. It's like, seriously? That's what I forgot I was thinking, my train of thought. This literally is a dark gray, and they have a light gray underneath it. They have you put a dark gray sticker on it. For reasons. For color accuracy, and I'm like, that's just a tiny shade difference. Unless you are very particular and definitely need color accuracy, that probably won't bother you, but that's just me. But all in all, I love this dude. I recommend picking him up if you love grunt suits or pirate themes, because that's always cool. But hey, like a dude on YouTube that I watch, play how you like. So, if you want to support the channel, links are down below. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that bell for notifications. And yeah, next episode, I'm going to probably do a slightly longer episode because I'm going to compare two Gundams that are fairly similar. And yes, it's a Gundam archetype. So you can look forward to that. And so yeah, I'll catch you all in the next episode, and you know, thanks for supporting the channel, and I'll catch you guys real soon. Peace.